You're good on top. That's what you're known for. What's the art to being good on top in the top game?
I would say one thing we did a lot in high school would be the backpack drill. I think that's one thing that really helped me out a lot on top. It's called the backpack drill, I call it. So it's kind of like exactly what it sounds. Backpack, 2 straps, arm, and then my legs kind of hook around the inside of their ankles there, and the bottom guy rolls, and you have to try and stay on top of them. So as the bottom guy rolls, you have to try and stay connected with your hips, your chest, your body, and then the bottom guy has to try and get back up to their base. So like that's something that I really did a lot in high school, that drill, and it really taught me how to when I'm pulling a guy back into a crab or something, not panicking and letting go, and my hips and my knees kind of open up where they can get out. It's learning to stay tight with your chest, with your hips, and roll through the motion. And just pressure on top and not holding. That's one thing I really figured out on top is when you get to positions you just hold and squeeze, eventually you're gonna fall off. And one thing I kind of explained to some guys is like, especially the younger ones, and like even college guys, and they like to hold, they like to squeeze. And I tell them, if you're holding on a rope and you don't move and you're just dangling, you're eventually going to fall off, right? Like you just can't hold it forever. But if you start to improve your position and you start climbing and you start moving and you start just not just holding, you're going to be at the top, right? You're going to climb to the top of the rope. So like for me on top, it's kind of like what I kind of think of as moving forward, pressure forward, and bumping and moving and improving my position and constantly looking to move and constantly looking to bump things out. Look to get that guy stretched out. You have 4 limbs. If you can get all 4 of those limbs stretched out, that guy's going to be on his belly. And pull those limbs and keep pressure in the midsection, and they're going to stay down.
How do you adapt that to freestyle? So in folk style, you have to get to your base, and freestyle, you don't have to, you just lay there. How do you take the skills of the top game from college and translate that into turns in international?
That was one thing I had to work on. So like sometimes I would go for my gut wrench. I wouldn't like run my feet because I would be used to trying to pinch and hold and squeeze with my knees, and hold them up. So I really had to work on running my feet, popping my hips. So that was one big difference there, is in that technical thing. But Doug helped me out so much with my gut wrench, and Tally Thompson as well. They both helped me out a lot. I remember Doug would be kind of my gut wrench dummy guy. I remember him telling me that I'll be able to gut anybody in the world back when I was in college. Like he was telling me that then, and at the time, I was just like, yeah, like believe in it, but like I haven't wrestled in international competition at the time, and him telling me I can gut anybody in the world and stuff like that, and him just feeling it, it was a big confidence booster for sure. But I mean, I remember our mornings when I was working out Doug, like it would be start out in the gut wrench and you warming up his backup, and him just help like letting me squeeze him and gut him and him putting his body in it to allow me to get better at that position. So I'm extremely thankful for him when he allowed me to do that, and him helping me do that. And then Tali helped me out a lot with the bottom position. Like you said, you're not exploding up, you're staying on your belly, you're crawling. There's times where there'd be drills where he'd get on top and he'd be trying to pick me up, or, Tali's a big dude, he'd just lift me right up, but then I'd have to crawl and he'd pick me up and I'd be hanging there and I'd have to try and get back down. And, so I mean, those 2 guys helped me out a lot, getting me going into the freestyle scene and getting me kind of started on the way and the path where I have been today.